Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Radha
verse, I'm going to chant the Sanskrit, read the translation, and then I'll say something on the subject matter. So, Vita Raga Bhaya Krut Manmaya Mam Upashita Bahavo Jnana Tapasa Puta Madha being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me, Krishna, and taking refuge in me, Krishna. Many, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, Krishna, not me, Krishna. And thus they all attained transcendental love for Krishna. Krishna says, for me. So, Krishna, in other chapters of the Bhagavad Gita, he mentions that. Here it's mentioned that many, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of Krishna. And in another verse, Krishna says that out of thousands among men, one may strive for perfection. Just one. Out of thousands. And of all those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows Krishna in truth. So, to develop that attraction and to become absorbed in Krishna, one has to hear books like Bhagavad Gita, and we have, this can be got in a whole set, Srimad Bhagavatam, which means the story of the personality of God. Because we need that attraction in order to become absorbed. You have to understand, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if you read Bhagavad Gita, you come across a verse, Aham Savasya Prabhu Matta Savam Pravartate, where Krishna says, I am the source, I am the master of all spiritual and material worlds. And everything, Krishna says, everything emanates from him. And so the wise man, the one who knows that perfectly, is considered to be wise. And such wise men, they worship Krishna with all their hearts, with all of their consciousness, mind, words, everything absorbed in Krishna. So there must be something to it if somebody would want to absorb themselves fully. What is the reward? So, in this material world, it's a place of suffering. It's always miserable here. Even just by contemplating the objects, there's another verse in Bhagavad Gita that describes the progression of people who become materialistic. And it's mentioned that when one contemplates the objects of the senses, a husband could be contemplating his wife contemplating the husband, contemplating the children, contemplating his job, contemplating how to fix the car, contemplating how to make home improvements, contemplating how to make money, making all sorts of plans. So this type of contemplation, with the living entity, Krishna, he's the supreme controller and the supreme proprietor of everything. He owns everything and he controls everything. Not a blade of grass moves without his will. I think I can't remember who Prabhu said that. Someone said that not a blade of grass moves without God's will. And Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, Maya Drakshena Prakriti Nasuyate Sacharaja. Everything is working under everything is working under Krishna's superintendence. So he's the supreme controller. He's the supreme proprietor. No one can say that they own anything. Maybe we have on paper, we own our house, we have a deed for the house, we have a contract, to own our cars, or, but, I have my bank balance, I have my home, I have this, I have, but actually everything belongs to Krishna. So this idea of wanting to control, and wanting to appropriate is what is described as false egotism. It's not really ours. Nothing is really ours. And everything we have, I mean, we have to have things, but everything we have to utilize in Krishna service. You know, we have to maintain this body, we have to take our children to school, we get educated, you know, so we need like a car, we need a house, 'cause if you live outside here in your Talavana, you'll get eaten alive by the bugs. So you have to have a nice house, screens on your windows, and you know, maybe some cooling and some heating in the winter. You know, these things are needed, but it's needed to keep the body, you know, fit for being able to go about our duties every day, or else it'll be too much anxiety, too much anxiety. So there's things that we contemplate all the time. We constantly contemplate these objects of the senses. And Krishna warns that when you contemplate the object of the senses, you'll become attached. You'll become attached. And then when you become attached, you begin to desire, want, you become lusty for such, whatever you're contemplating. And then from that lust, one becomes that anger. And here's his, being free from attachment, fear, and anger. One can become fully absorbed in Krishna. But as long as we're too attached to matter, too attached to the material objects of the senses, transcendental understanding becomes very, very difficult. It's just like you're given a little seed and you plant it in a place where the soil is, not so nutritious. The plant won't grow. So similarly, when we have too much attachment for matter, we become dull, and the consciousness, how we feel actually becomes affected by the matter, the objects, the material objects that we contemplate. We become affected, and our consciousness can become, like say, like the sun is brightly shining. Everywhere everyone can see the sun, but when the clouds come, then the sun doesn't seem to be so effective. Sometimes on a great stormy day, it's like nighttime outside, and you become, can't see so well. So while contemplating these objects of the senses, in the same way, it's like matter is like a cloud that clouds the consciousness, and we can't see, we can't understand. So then Krishna describes that when after that anger, one becomes deluded. So delusion, what is delusion? Delusion means that one accepts what is not real. And what is not real? I am the proprietor, I am the controller, I am the enjoyer. That's the delusion, when one becomes deluded. But in that deluded state, the living entity within his body, it's like the living entity is like the energizer body. Everybody knows the energizer body. See the TV commercials. The thing just never dies. It just keeps going, beating his drum, right? It just keeps going, no matter what. So anyway, the living entity is like that. He's like the battery for his body. When they take out the battery out of a machine or a cell phone or something, the battery dies. So this body dies when that little battery, the jiva, once it's kicked out of this body is finished. And then it's just dead matter. So we can understand from simple logic that this body is matter, and the living entity is the life that pervades this whole body. So, but the living entity is so small that it becomes affected by this covering of this body and by the objects of the senses. We all become conditioned by so-called happiness and distress. Always some objects will make us happy, other objects we don't like so much, hey, get out of my face. So like that, the living entity is always, being, they got the ear holes, the eye hole, the nose holes, the mouth hole, always things for contemplation. So living entity wants something, becomes frustrated, angry, can't get it. So he's going to still try, so he's going to dilute it. He's going to make his plans. He's going to think he's the controller. He's going to make his plans to get what he wants. And then, so in that diluted state, Krishna describes that he's always bewildered. And he loses his memory. His memory becomes disturbed, or what is described, the intelligence becomes problematic. So then he's becoming bewildered. And then in that bewildered state, he can go further and just become mad and fall into the material pool. And then in that material pool, what is that? He has to die. He might fulfill all the desires of his life, but then he has to die because he's deluded. He's thinking, I'm the controller, I'm the enjoyer, I'm the proprietor. So in thinking in that way, he dies and he takes birth again. And he again might become a great king or a great something or other. Might become Bill Gates, billionaire, He's still in the same delusion. So as long as we're in that delusion, thinking that I am the proprietor. Here's the living entity. It's like you take the topmost tip of the hair, divide it up 10,000 times, and that one small part of the tip of the hair, that's how tiny the living entity is. So the living entity is so foolish. He's so small. The living entity, he, she, the other, prakriti, spiritual prakriti. But it's so small, and he's foolishly deluded into thinking that I can control, I'm a proprietor, but we're so small. So Krishna, he's there's, I don't think in English there's a word in English for someone who possesses everything. I mean, Krishna is like, everything emanates from him. I mean, there's this one universe. There are innumerable universes with planets, all congested with living entities. 1/4 of the creation of the whole creation. And so Krishna is great, but there's no English word that can describe somebody that's that great. But in our Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, they have the word Bhagavan. Bhagavan. That's someone who possesses. Sometimes a living entity is called Bhagavan. But he's called Bhagavan because his absorption and his transcendental love for Krishna is so great that he can capture Bhagavan. And so he's also considered Bhagavan because he possesses the. But that's how the living entity is meant to be predominated. Because Krishna, he's the supreme predominator, and we are meant to be predominated. So we should practice. Listening to a lecture by Srila Prabhupada, we have to practice feeling predominated. And Krishna is our Lord, and we are meant to offer respects and obeisances and homage to the Supreme Lord. Because it's natural. Just like if someone is awesome, very beautiful, and very strong, and has a lot of wealth, he walks into the room and the whole room lights up with his presence, immediately everybody, wow. So Krishna's like that. But Krishna's not like any other living entity. No one can surpass Krishna. Like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, there's no truth superior to Krishna. So, So absorption in the personality of Godhead comes by hearing this message of the personality of Godhead from Bhagavad Gita. Who can talk more about Krishna than Krishna himself? So here's Krishna. Krishna is speaking this whole book, Bhagavad Gita, and it's Krishna himself. He's talking about himself. He's telling Arjuna how great he is. And he tells, remember Muhammad Ali? Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody old enough? I am the greatest. I am the greatest. You know, here Krishna very gently speaking to Arjuna, trying to help Arjuna out of his distress. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I am the greatest. And Krishna can say that because he is the greatest. He's not overwhelmed by the material nature like the living in it. Like I know Muhammad Ali now, he's overcome with Parkinson's. You know, can't walk, talk. And then I think he admitted, I'm not the greatest really. But Krishna, he's the greatest. He can't be overcome. He can't be killed. He can't be, you know, under the illusion. His intelligence, his consciousness. He's always full of knowledge, full of bliss, never illusion. And there's no delusion for Krishna. Because he is what he says he is. Bhoktaram tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. I am the master of all the worlds. I am the supreme proprietor. I am the supreme controller. So it is our duty to become absorbed in this way, always thinking of Krishna and developing a relationship with Krishna. And not, when Krishna says, Manmana bhavamat bhakta, majaji mam namaskar, always think of me, become my devotees, offer your obeisances unto me. What does it mean when Krishna says, always think of me? It means don't think of anything else. Just Krishna. And then your life becomes perfect. Of course, there are many things. We have many responsibilities. We have duties. But all these things are natural. They just, like our duties and what we do in this life. Why? Why are all these things happening to us? Why do we have such duties? Why do we have such talents? Why do we have, we can make so much money or we can acquire so much? Why? Is it because I've worked so hard in this life? No. It's because in the last life, we did some pious activities that made it so that we can be successful in this life. It's not how much we're becoming educated in this life, how much wealth we possess in this life, how much beauty we have, or whatever acquisitions we have. It's nothing to do with our success. Our success or distress or failures or sufferings or pleasures are all due to what we did in our last life. So it's not that we can improve our material life. Our material life is already fixed by destiny. What we did in our last life, they can take their astrology, look at the stars and say, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But it's due to what we did in our previous life. So we can't blame anyone. Our parents, our teachers, our government, our education institution, our teachers, so forth. Because it's what we did in our last life. Therefore we fail or we succeed. It's all fixed by destiny. So material life, we cannot improve. But spiritual life, you can improve. And then you can improve to the point so much where you just overcome material life. And then that spiritual life is said that Krishna will reward you beyond your imagination. Just like Lord Jesus used to say in the Bible that think not of lands, homes, wealth and wives and all these things. He says, find Krishna first. Find the kingdom of God first. And all these things will be added to you 100-fold. So Krishna, Prabhupada says the same thing in his purports to our Shastras. That, like Bali Maharaj, when Krishna took everything away, he was like, but then he rewarded him, and Indra, Bali Maharaj is going to be the next king of heaven, in charge of the whole universe practically in the next life. And so Prabhupada said, if you be worked by Krishna, you will be rewarded beyond your imagination. I mean, even in my life, I can see I've done things beyond my imagination. When I was young, all I did was surf. I wanted to be a professional surfer, but it wasn't in my stars. It wasn't in my destiny to be a great surfer. So I had nothing. I even, went mad and ended up in a mental institution. And then, then somehow or other met the devotees, read Bhagavad Gita, got in the devotees' van, and never came back. Just stayed with the devotees. And now I've been glorified as this and that. I never even went past the 6th grade. It's like, when everybody glorified me, it doesn't make sense, right? So, like that, Krishna is the full, in a full sense, is the object of self-realization. He is that connection, being connected with Krishna. And working for Krishna, rendering service, and everything we do for Krishna. Like Krishna says, whatever charity, whatever work you do, everything, do it for Krishna. Even if you go to school, what are you going to do? You're going to be able to make some money, maybe. All depends on what you did in your last life. You might not be able to, but somehow or other, if you depend on Krishna, everything will be okay. But we have to really understand who we are depending on. And you depend on Krishna in love. But you don't just love Krishna so that you can make material success. No, you love Krishna because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Love is meant for Krishna. And in that way, life will improve naturally. You become more sensible, more aware, more full of knowledge, more blissful. And that just comes by thinking of Krishna and absorbing oneself in Krishna. So, any questions or comments at this time? Yes, Margie?
So we were talking about how we are predominated. How is it that that word has a little bit of a negative connotation? How is it that we could derive happiness from being predominated?
How do we derive happiness due to predomination? It's like we're being exploited or something, right? It sounds bad to be predominated, but Krishna is naturally the predominator. He's naturally, just like we're all predominated by the laws of the state. When we come to a stop sign, you got to stop. Or else if you go through it, policeman catches you, you get a ticket. Speed limit signs, there are all these, predomination is there. But, like say, just like the weather, the sun is the predominating deity of our daytime. So when it's really hot, we go out there, the predomination of the sun is like, oh God, let me get out of this sunshine. I don't like it. But the sun is not Krishna. But now when it's winter time, the sun is shining, you want to go out and be predominated by the sun because it's so nice. And it warms your body, it has so many benefits, and you feel the aches and pains and the muscles go away, nice warmth of the sun. So that's the sense of predomination by the sun. And we're being overwhelmed all the time because we're being predominated at every moment. What to speak of a bad nature's call, God, go, watching something. Where's the toilet, So we're always predominated. So we got to understand, being predominated by Krishna, what is the benefit? Being predominated by Krishna is you no longer have to die. You no longer have to take birth again. birth is suffering. Can you imagine being your living entity is injected into the womb, and the blood and pus and mucus, and bacteria and worms, and biting and stinging, and say the mother eats chilies, and drinks and all kinds of poor child, and oh my God, it's like, please Lord. Actually the living entity becomes conscious sometimes and starts praying, Krishna, if you get me out of here, I'll serve you, I'll remember you when I come out. But when he comes out, before he cries and can't remember anything. So like that, predomination is always there. It's always either we're going to be predominated where we're going to be suffering, or you can be predominated by Krishna and be in bliss. But then the wonderful thing about being predominated by Krishna is that Krishna's pure devotee actually predominates him. How the little tiny living entity can have so much love for Krishna. And Krishna looks at that living entity and he can see that living entity is enjoying millions of times more than me. So Krishna, he comes himself to be predominated as a devotee, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that he can feel what it's like to be predominated by himself. So he can experience joy that the devotee feels by being predominated by him. Yes, Mamaji?
If you're new to Krishna consciousness, or just anyone out there on the street, well, how do you learn to love Krishna or love God if you don't know who God is or who Krishna is? How do you learn to love?
That's why the first process in God realization is hearing. You have to hear about Krishna from the lips of the pure devotee. So reading Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, this is from the lips of pure devotees, Shukadeva Goswami, Vyasadeva. Actually, they say the Bhagavatam is actually Radharani. So, by hearing from someone who loves Krishna, when you read Prabhupada's purport, you can see how that person really loves Krishna, and you can capture the essence of that loving relationship. So you have to hear, and then read and study. Then you can begin to imagine and begin to develop a sense of how beautiful Krishna is, or how powerful Krishna is, how strong he is. You can capture a sense of his opulence. And you read Bhagavad Gita and you see Krishna is super intelligent. I mean, he can speak all this like in less than an hour and a half to Arjuna. Brought Arjuna out of his misery. He's the best therapist, psychologist, Krishna. Arjuna was totally distressed. He didn't even have to give him lithium or he just gave him these words of Bhagavad Gita, and Arjuna was in ecstasy. Krishna, I'll do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm good to go.
He also showed him the universal formula.
Huh?
He showed him the universal formula. That kind of, you might have to say, put the fear of God in him.
Yeah. No, it actually he was fearful at that point, but Krishna still enlightened him.
Yeah.
And he was, and then Sanjaya, glorified. Wherever there's Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, there'll always be victory and morality. It was like everything was so successful. Everything was bliss. So that's the reward of Krishna consciousness. But you have to hear, you have to know something. So reading about Krishna and associating with devotees, we can make progress in that love. Yes.
So we have to distribute the books, get the books out, right?
Distributing the books, that's how we get out the message. Prabhupada made serious lectures on spreading this propaganda of Krishna consciousness, because it is the only solution to all the world's problems. This is the solution.
I wanted to know what the chapter and sloka number is of the verse.
410.
Okay. Couldn't find it.
Nice purport, but it was it was kind of lengthy, so so I gave my own purport. So,
Okay. A mini Prabhupada purport.
yes. I only know what I know because what Srila Prabhupada has already told us. I
have my particular way of paraphrasing everything.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you very much for coming this Sunday.
Thank you.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.